Okay, let's construct the supply function, supply curve graphically. Let's look at this space. So the vertical axis is price. The horizontal axis quantity. And arbitrarily pick up one point on this space, which means that the price level is at this level, the associated quantity of supply is this level, and let's call this point A. Further, to be more specific, let's say this is we are in water market. So we want to construct a supply of water. So the suppliers here in the markets, they pump water outside a river, let's say, and at the cost is 0. So cost for them is 0. Let's ignore the cost size. So firms can freely pump water from a river. So there's no cost, it's free. Okay, so starting from point A, let's say if the price of water increase, what will suppliers do? So because it's free, right? So definitely now it's a good idea for the firms in the market, the suppliers in the market, to pump more water out of the rivers. So the supply will increase. So we arrive at a second point, let's call it B. Similarly, if there's one more price increase, firms will continue to pump more waters out of the rivers. So we have point C. Link all these points together so we get a supply curve. So this is supply curve. Supply of water in the market. People might think, okay, when there's a price increase, people might think, say, okay, okay, so now you see that this supply curve is upward sloping. In this construction, people might think differently. One thing people could think is that if price increases, consumers will demand fewer water. Yes, this is correct. However, then you are thinking in terms of consumption side. So here we are constructing a supply of water, the supply curve. So let's ignore the consumption for a moment. So in the end, if we put the supply and demand together, we can analyze the market, but that's the next step. Second issue that people generally think is how about the total cost of production? So if you are asking these questions, you are thinking in terms of cost of production, which is correct actually, by the way. So first, with a price increase, firms respond by producing more goods, more waters and supply more to the market. Meanwhile, in doing so, the cost of production will eventually increase. So you should think that given the price increase, firms will rethink in terms of choosing the quantity, how many they want to produce, so that they can maximize their profit. In the end, the response is they will increase. The net effect on this, they will increase supply to the market, or they will produce more. In my particular example here is water market, and I'm assuming that firms can freely pump water out of the rivers. So I'm assuming away the cost of production. So hopefully this will make it easier for you to see why there should be an increase.